Startup competition. A lot of people asked me on how me and my team was able to join a startup competition based on the previous episode that I have published, given that we are on an ideation stage. This is Zay Veronque, CEO and founder of iBoardLiving.com. In iBoard, we provide a DIY or do-it-yourself rental management platform that allows tenants to take control of the rental space and landlords to be their own property managers. So when you say startup competition is a pitch competition defined by Merchant Maverick as a contest where entrepreneurs present their business concept to a panel in the hope of winning a cash or an investment capital. If you don't win, this is actually the best platform where you'll be able to connect or network with venture capitalists, with angel investors for long-term use. And even just merely marketing your company or your startup innovation in the business world. I believe the term startup rings a bell whenever I mention it because it was just recently made popular by a Korean novella named Startup, who actually talks about the fictional character of these four people who wish to create their own Silicon Valley in the sandbox. So, talking about the startup, my very first startup pitch competition was in Final Pitch, who actually inspired me also to start this innovation. So, today we're going to talk about how we were able to join the startup pitch. So in US, they do have the Silicon Valley and they have the Shark Tank. Okay, for the Philippines, we do have the infamous Final Pitch, which is hosted by Mr. John Aguilar, and it airs in CNN. And the current episode, the Heroes Edition, is where we have applied for. I'm going to share to you the documentation on how we were able to join the competition. At the same time, how we performed, how we were able to pitch, given that I am based in Dubai, and above all, what happened in the actual pitching competition. There's a lot of funny things that happened, but then eventually we were able to nail it. As to what went after, we're gonna have some more news about that after our episode will be shown.
I come across Final Pitch when I started binge watching startup competitions and startup pitches. So I started following their YouTube account, their Facebook account, and even Mr. John Aguilar's Facebook account just to know any updates. And luckily, on February 13th, they started announcing the opening of the season 6, which is the Heroes Edition. So I joined the activity, and then I discovered that they are accepting 2 types of applicants. And from there, I applied because they do have the application for the existing business and those ideas only. Although we are on an MVP stage, we decided to apply on the startup idea because we don't have yet the final metrics. And after sending the application, a few days after that, I got an announcement that I made it for the initial screening. And after that, we got a notification that we made it to the final pitching day, and we were able to join mentorship programs in preparation for the 3-day final pitch competition. We are actually on the 3rd day of the final pitch competition. Given the circumstances with the pandemic, me being based in Dubai, and then the long quarantine period, I ended up pitching online and was able to experience the fun online.
Okay, so you finally saw how we performed during the final pitch competition. I couldn't divulge much of the information because we still haven't aired that. I'm looking forward for you to be able to see the live show, CNN. Watching the other pitches of my colleague who are my batchmates now is also inspiring, and it's like Miss Universe. We really made a good relationship within the team, like within the batch. We were able to collaborate. Some are working together now on some projects. It's just very liberating. It's just very inspiring also. And a lot of us are young ones also. With that, thank you, and don't just rent a room. Find a home. iBoard.